Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining me. Our interview that was so awesome got cut short by technology, which has just not been working for me this week. But today I am here with Jennifer McLaughlin of Zelda Zonk Consignment. If you don't know about this store on California Avenue, this is a new destination spot for you. So thank you so much for taking the time again to interview with me. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for coming out.
So I want to start the interview with, I walk in, it's the cutest little boutique you've ever seen, and you hear this Zelda Zonk. Where did that name come from?
And it's funny because, Kammie, I get that question quite a bit. Zelda Zonk was actually the alias name for Marilyn Monroe. When she used to check into hotels, she would use that name as her disguise, so to speak. Not to say that it's funny because I don't think about it as it being an inconspicuous name. When you hear Zelda Zonk, it rings a bell, and which is a great story.
It's very memorable.
It is. It's very memorable, which is a really good reason to name your store that. But it also has a significance to me because Marilyn Monroe is an icon, and she was taken out of our lives way too soon.
Way too soon.
So there's a lot of people that can connect with that, and I love to tell the story.
And I love, not only did Jennifer take the time and thought to put all of this creative energy in just the logo and the name of her boutique, but it's right here on California Avenue. I stumbled upon it, and it is probably my favorite. Like, if I'm in West Seattle, I make sure to come to this consignment boutique because just like Marilyn Monroe, she was iconic and everything was very thought through. It was very deliberate. And I feel that you've done that with this store as well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And it was done deliberately. And I take a lot of pride in the store and the community. The location here in California is fantabulous. This whole Admiral District has been growing so much, and there's so many cute shops.
Cute little bar next door called The Nook.
The Nook.
Adorable.
Johnny and Jimmy do an awesome job. Go there. There's the coffee shop right next door as well.
Cafe Fiore, right?
Yeah, Cafe Fiore. And then we have Fit Bar right next to us here, and they do a great job of smoothies and fruit bowls, really yummy and nutritious.
But if you're just feeling like a pick-me-up, kind of stroll along California Avenue, like this little block right here with Zelda Zonk makes it perfect. You go get your coffee in the morning, come over to Zelda Zonk. And what I love about it is consignment, and you have some higher end pieces here, but you're really for every woman who is just wanting to maybe escape her closet and come to a new one. And you made a great, beautiful quote last time that you said, well, if people didn't have clutter, we wouldn't have jobs.
That's exactly right.
So tell us a little bit more about, the consignment process, and when should we really, speaking to the closet, when should we be feeling like we want to declutter our closet?
Well, I think, honestly, anytime you feel that, do it. You will feel so good about it. I think that there are some common times, and I get busier with my appointments during the spring and the fall. Those are times where people seem to get that inspiration to go through and clean things out and, get rid of things that don't feel good to them or things that you're no longer wearing. I'm a big proponent of only have things in your closet that you really, really love. If you feel good about what you're wearing, it is going to radiate all the way around. So
there's nothing worse than getting up in the morning and you put on a pair of pants that doesn't fit anymore. It's the worst. It ruins your whole day. It's just not worth it.
It does. So this is, I think of Zelda as a place where people can come, and it's a hub of happiness, where if something is bringing you down, things in your clutter in your closet, you can bring it here, give it new life for someone else that's going to be thrilled to get it.
Yeah. That's the funnest part about consignment to me, is that we do have an emotional attachment to our clothing, whether somebody has gifted it to us, whether we've inherited it. maybe we've just spent a lot of money on it and we feel guilty that it no longer brings us that joy anymore. And so consignment gives it that second life, because people come in and it's like, I've seen this place when it's busy and I'm like, oh my gosh, people, it's so cute. Like the music, the atmosphere, the food, everything that you've done is so organized and beautiful. And I can't say that for a lot of shops that I visited in the area. Like everything was very thought out and deliberate. So thank you for having such a beautiful shop. It's one of my favorites. So I hope everyone, if you're in the West Seattle area, please come to Zelda Zonk and make sure that you're spring cleaning your closet, whether it's fall, seasonally, annually. You can always go into your closet and declutter and give your clothes a second life and make a little bit of profit off of it too, which is really nice. Is there any correlation that you see with clutter and closets? Like, what's the most obvious thing that you find in women's clothing that adds a lot of clutter?
I think one of the biggest things is that we tend to buy things that we already have. Mm-hmm. We gravitate towards, and I have this happen all the time when people come in the store, where they see things and they automatically go towards this same sort of thing they already have in their closet. So it may turn out, during the springtime, I had one lady bring me 7 pairs of white jeans. Who needs 7 pairs of white jeans? Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of things that we do, and I'm guilty of this too, is the things that I really like, I'll try to duplicate that, and I'll have several things that are almost quite the same, but not exactly, and then end up with so many of those things.
Mm-hmm. Like the section of black shirts.
Exactly.
Why is that the largest section in my closet?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Because it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to do, and that's a really great place to start when you want to declutter, is to say, all right, I have 7 pair of white pants. Let's reevaluate.
Right.
This.
Right.
That's so true.
Yeah, I think that's a really a hard spot for all of us, because we tend to do that. Then there's also these items that you bought and wore once and something didn't work with it, and now here you spent this money on this really nice dress that you don't want to get rid of because you spent a lot of money on it, but it's been sitting there for 2 years and you're not wearing it. So many of us are guilty of that and feel the guilt from that. And I think that that's an opportunity really to take those things, bring them into a place like Zelda Zonk, get a little bit of money back from what you paid for it originally, so you can recoup some of that and maybe not feel quite so guilty about that, but also give this dress a new life for someone else that is going to see it and be like, I have this event coming up and this is the dress. That's
my power dress I've been looking for.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a win-win situation all the way around.
Clothes should never make you feel guilty. And, as you were speaking, I just had this image of coming in before, and I've had clothes where I'm like, well, this is stylish. I think it's not for me anymore, but I think that, it's a value. And I brought it in and you're like, oh no, like that's not in season, or we're not accepting that. And it was so helpful, because I was placing all this value and guilt on an item I couldn't use, and I was kind of scrambling. And when I came to consignment, and you're like, well, that's not in season right now, and it's not, I could let go. It was not only that every piece you have is going to be profitable, but it's also confirmation to say, oh, honey, you can let the shoulder pads go now. Like, it's okay. The time has come.
Right. Yeah.
Because it does help also give validation. Like, you help people style as well within your shop. If there's a great piece, you will help put an outfit together. That's my biggest struggle when I come to my closet, is I'm looking at it like, I don't know how to put this together. And so having a relationship with a consignment business owner is so helpful too, because they keep me stylish and they tell me what not to wear or what's in season or what's not in season. So you get that expert touch. And I love that you take appointments, because you really have made that part of your system where you give everyone their moment and their time. And
Kammie, you're exactly right with several things that you just said. And some of the most fun that I have is having someone come in and be like, I just started a new job. I don't know what to wear. I don't know how to dress. Some of my best afternoons have been spent with, women that come in here and just need help getting some basic wardrobes together. Get 10 pieces in their wardrobe that they can interchange together. It's some really, key pieces, and then work off of those things. When I get to do that with someone, it's so rewarding when I see them walk out the door and they're just exuding with happiness because they now know,
have this confidence
they
that they
do.
can go be powerful in their, I always call it a power outfit. Like when I'm shopping, usually it's like, I need a power outfit. I need something that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And you can do that here, which I love. And also it's something beautiful with your process as well with consignment is that you take in all the inventory. You decide what's good and what's not good for the shop. And then the items that they have given you that you're not taking in for consignment, you also donate those to charity. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Sure. Yes. It's really, I look at it as an opportunity to help within the community altogether. And not only do I take the things in at the store that we can take in here, but I also have 2 local charities that I work with that come and pick up every week. The Assistance League of Seattle and Seattle Children's Hospital. So if it's not something that I can take in at the shop here, I do work with them, and that goes to a great place where they can earn money to help other kids and other people in the community.
Right. It doesn't just fall off short and go in the trash. Like,
exactly.
It's such a complete cycle. Like anytime I'm going through a closet or dealing with a closet, I come to you first because I know that you can either find good use for your shop or you will find another home. Like you've already let go as the consumer. You've made the choice to go through your closet, hand it off to you, and now it's going to more. I mean, it's touching so many hands. It's giving it so much life, and it was just hanging in your closet, making you feel guilty.
Right.
So it's such a beautiful process, and it's not something that maybe a lot of women don't know about, that they can consign their clothes. And this is like, if you are in the West Seattle area, you have to come to Zelda Zonk and experience all that is offered here, whether it's styling, you just want to shop a little bit, feel some confidence. Jennifer is your go-to gal. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to learn more, come to Zelda Zonk Consignment on California Avenue in West Seattle. Thanks so much, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.